Hello girls, it's Thursday, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm a lost companion. I tried to film on a different thing that isn't as bad quality as this, but it turned out to not work. I also kinda don't have the outro or the intro. I'm sorry, I'll get it later. I just forgot to actually download it when Brittany asked us to. Hangs head in shame. But, I have an Imaginary Friends t-shirt. So this week's theme is books, and I know a little bit about that, being a huge nerd. So I have a pile of books, and I'll just show you some of my favorites. So let's start with, I don't know, Maximum Ride. This is a really funny series by James Patterson, who's like a really well-known action author. But he's like hilarious as the voice of Maximum Ride in this. And it's a series that is really good, so yeah. Next book is by one of my favorite authors, Gail Carson Levine, and it's called Fairest. And I really like this book because the main character in it is not pretty. She's actually really ugly, and she goes through hating herself and other people disliking her, and all she wants to do is be beautiful. But in the end, that's not what matters, and it's really good. And all her books are really good. She wrote Ella Enchanted, if you've ever heard of that. And if you haven't read it, you kind of need to. So, yeah, that one's really good. Another one of my favorites is The Battle in the Castle. This is the sequel to the first book, which is Something Castle. I don't remember, and it's by Elizabeth Winthrop, and it's about, like, medieval times, but like he has this castle that he can go into. It's not easy to explain for me, but it's really good, and it's one of my childhood favorites, so yeah. Oh, one of my other favorite authors, Margaret Peterson Haddix. The book Running Out of Time is so good. It's about this girl who she thinks she's from the 1840s, yeah, so really good. I also have in my little favorites is Percy Jackson. This is the last and my favorite book of the series, The Last Olympian. The Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan is one of my obsessions. There's Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, Greek mythology in the real world. Oh, this next one isn't really a book, but it's in book form, so I'm going to count it as a book, and it is Calvin and Hobbes, and every time I read it, I just get really happy. Now, since we're nerd fighters, gotta say, Will Grayson is definitely one of my favorites. My favorite is The Fault in Our Stars, but that's with a friend right now, because I made all my friends read it. Cookie. Yum. Let's talk about writing. How many of you guys have done NaNoWriMo? National Novel Writing Month. So, anyway, bye for this week. Because you're awesome.